Sam Heughan's recent comment about the Outlander finale has sent shockwaves through the global fandom. In a single remark suggesting that the ending will surprise readers of Diana Gabaldon's novels, he ignited a wave of speculation that quickly spread across fan communities, social media threads, and entertainment forums worldwide. For a series that has lived for years in the emotional space between adaptation and source material, even the smallest hint of change carries enormous weight. What makes this moment so powerful is not just the statement itself, but the history behind it. Outlander has built a deeply loyal audience, one that spans both devoted book readers and viewers who discovered Jamie and Claire through the television adaptation. These two groups often share the same love for the characters, yet they approach the story from very different emotional expectations. Book readers carry the memory of Diana Gabaldon's detailed narrative arcs, while show-only fans trust the screen adaptation to guide their emotional journey. Sam Heughan, as Jamie Fraser, sits at the center of this connection. Over the years, his portrayal has become inseparable from the identity of the series itself. That is why any comment he makes about the future of Outlander immediately becomes more than just promotional language. It becomes a clue, a signal, something the fandom dissects with intense focus. The word surprise is what truly changed the tone of the conversation. For some fans, it suggests excitement, a promise that the final chapter will deliver unexpected emotional turns or bold storytelling choices. For others, especially those deeply attached to the original novels, it raises concern. A surprise in adaptation language can sometimes mean deviation, and deviation can feel like uncertainty for readers who already know how the story should end. Online discussions quickly reflected this divide. Some fans expressed curiosity, eager to see how the show might reinterpret familiar moments in a fresh way. Others worried that essential emotional beats from the books could be altered or reimagined. This tension is not new in Outlander's history, but it feels more intense now as the series approaches its conclusion. Part of the reason this reaction grows so quickly is the emotional investment built over years. Jamie and Claire are not just fictional characters to the audience. They represent a long-running emotional experience. Viewers have followed their love, their losses, and their survival across time and tragedy. As the finale approaches, every hint about their ending feels personal. Sam Heughan's role in this emotional ecosystem cannot be overstated. His interviews are often read with the same intensity as narrative clues. Fans analyze tone, wording, and even pauses, searching for meaning beyond the surface. This is what happens when a performance becomes iconic. Every statement becomes part of the story itself. In that context, his surprise comment did more than tease a plot point. It reopened questions about trust, expectation, and emotional payoff. Will the ending honor the books, reshape them, or stand somewhere in between? The uncertainty is exactly what fuels the conversation. We also see social media platforms amplifying every fragment of information. A single interview clip is replayed, analyzed, slowed down, and discussed across thousands of posts within hours. In this environment, even a simple descriptive word like surprise becomes a catalyst for theories ranging from subtle narrative changes to completely reimagined endings. Fans begin connecting past interviews, cast interactions, and behind-the-scenes hints as if assembling a puzzle that may or may not exist. Another layer adding to the intensity is the pressure surrounding the final season itself. Ending a long-running series like Outlander is never just about writing a conclusion. It is about delivering emotional satisfaction to an audience that has invested years of attention, loyalty, and personal connection. Writers and actors alike carry the responsibility of honoring both the original source material and the expectations built by the television adaptation. For Sam Heughan, this responsibility is even more personal. Having lived in the role of Jamie Fraser for so many years, he understands how deeply the character is tied to fans' emotional lives. That is why even carefully chosen words in interviews are often interpreted as meaningful hints rather than casual reflections. As speculation continues, one thing remains certain. The anticipation surrounding the finale is not fading. It is intensifying. And in that space between certainty and uncertainty, the fandom finds its most powerful emotional energy, building excitement toward the final emotional chapter of Outlander's story arc. As Outlander moves closer to its final season, Sam Heughan's comment about the ending surprising fans of the novels continues to echo through the fandom with growing intensity. What might have been a passing remark in another context has now become a focal point for speculation, interpretation, and emotional anticipation. For a story that has spent years carefully balancing faithfulness to Diana Gabaldon's books with the demands of television storytelling, even a single word suggesting deviation feels loaded with meaning. The idea of a surprise carries different emotional weight depending on who is hearing it. For longtime readers of the novels, it can feel like uncertainty creeping into something they believed was already understood. The books have provided a detailed emotional roadmap for Jamie and Claire's journey, and many fans have held onto that structure as a source of stability. Any hint that the television adaptation may diverge from that path naturally creates tension, not because change is unwelcome, but because attachment runs so deep. At the same time, for show-only viewers, the word surprise often has a more exciting tone. It suggests creativity, unpredictability, and emotional payoff that goes beyond expectation. These viewers are less anchored to the original text and more invested in the emotional journey the show itself has built over time. For them, a surprising ending is not a threat to the story, it is the promise of a powerful conclusion that they cannot predict. This divide between certainty and unpredictability is at the heart of the current Outlander conversation. It reflects a broader dynamic that has followed the series since its early seasons: the constant negotiation between adaptation and original material. Over the years, the show has made changes both small and significant, sometimes closely mirroring the books, and other times taking creative liberties to better fit the structure of television storytelling. Each decision has shaped how audiences perceive the balance between loyalty and innovation. Sam Heughan's role in this emotional landscape is especially significant. As the actor who has embodied Jamie Fraser for more than a decade, his presence is deeply tied to how fans experience the story. His interviews are rarely treated as casual media appearances. Instead, they are dissected for emotional clues. When he speaks about the finale, fans do not just hear an actor reflecting on his work, they hear Jamie Fraser's journey nearing its end. This is what makes the word surprise so impactful. It does not simply suggest a plot twist. It suggests a shift in emotional direction. Will the finale stay loyal to the emotional beats readers expect, or will it reframe them in a way that changes how the entire story is remembered? That question alone is enough to fuel endless discussion across fan communities. Behind the scenes, the challenge of concluding Outlander is far more complex than delivering a satisfying ending. The creative team must navigate expectations from multiple directions: the original novels, the longtime television audience, and the global fan base that has grown emotionally attached to the characters. Every decision carries weight, because every choice will be remembered as the final word on a story that has lasted years. Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan's performances also sit at the emotional center of this conclusion. Their portrayal of Claire and Jamie has shaped how audiences understand the entire narrative. The chemistry, the conflict, and the enduring emotional connection between the characters have become the heart of the series. As the story approaches its end, fans are not only saying goodbye to a plot, they are saying goodbye to a relationship they have followed across time, loss, and survival. That emotional farewell is what gives the finale its intensity. It is not just about what happens, but about how it feels. The final episodes will carry the weight of years of storytelling, and every scene will be measured against the memories that came before it. In that sense, even a surprise ending is not simply about shock value, it is about how the conclusion reshapes everything that has already been experienced.